How we can start a journey of doubling your wealth this year. Building wealth is a journey, and today in this video, I will share with everyone how anyone can start this journey of doubling your wealth. While doubling our wealth in a specific time frame is not guaranteed as it differs with each individual, there are a few important principles which we could adopt, which could help enhance our chances of achieving substantial financial growth. And no, this is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. First and foremost, we need to set a clear and realistic financial goal, as it is the foundation of any successful wealth building plan. Define a specific target amount for how much you want to double your wealth within the next 5 years, and then break down this goal into smaller achievable milestones, which we could then use it to track our progress effectively. For example, if your current net worth is about RM 1 million, your goal might be to reach RM 2 billion within the next 5 years. This would then require us to have an annual growth of about 15%. Secondly, we must create a well-structured budget, which is essential to help us to manage our finances effectively. In creating a budget, we need to analyze our income and expenses and identify areas where we can reduce unnecessary spending. Strive to allocate a significant portion of our income to savings and investment, as this would greatly help in accelerating our wealth building journey. For example, I know one of our family biggest expenses every year is when we do a family vacation. So I will consciously choose to do like Cuti Malaysia, where we could do it at half the cost and we still get to do quality family bonding. And I could allocate the extra savings into our investment. This could be one of the ways for you to potentially save up more annually, which could add up to a big sum over 5 years. Third, strategic investing. In achieving our financial goal, we cannot do it via savings alone. Investing wisely is an integral part of the formulas for growing wealth. So learn to invest by first investing in getting ourselves educated in areas we want. For example, for me, I learned how to do real estate investing more than a decade ago, and 5 years ago, I learned how to do stock and option investing and trading. I find myself to have passion in both. So you have to ask yourself, which type of investing are you more keen, and start taking massive action in learning and doing it. The earlier you start learning and doing investing, the longer time horizon you have in your favor to help you in doubling or tripling your wealth. Fourth, make education your lifelong journey. As financial markets are dynamic and ever-changing, it is important for us to stay abreast of the latest market trends, economic data, and changing investment landscape. Through continuous education, it empowers us to make informed decisions and adapt to evolving financial landscape. For example, locally, I do pay attention to our Malaysia annual budget announcement and learn about the latest tax benefits accorded to investment in real estate arena. Globally, it is important for us to pay attention to the US Federal Form C meeting, which would usually make announcement if they plan to do quantitative easing or tightening. Fifth, getting into debt wisely. Make sure we only get into debt to acquire assets. For example, getting mortgage loan from banks to buy good rental properties. In fact, many wealthy million and billionaires are known to use that as leverage in acquiring assets like businesses and real estate. Never get sucked into credit card debts only to sponsor our lavish lifestyle, which unfortunately many youngsters nowadays find themselves in such predicament. The rule of thumb when it comes to utilizing credit card is, if you can't afford to pay for something in cash, don't purchase it at all. Number 6, practice, practice, and practice. As in any kind of skill in life, practice and lots of practice always make it better and better. For instance, myself, I recall when I first bought into my first rental property, there was so much of jittery and fear in me. But after the first deal, my confidence grew, and on my subsequent rental deal, it only becomes better, and eventually it has become like almost second nature to me in scanning through for good real estate investment deal. Same for stock trading as well. Last time when I looked at a chart, it is just a chart full of prices and lines. But over time, with continuous practice for the past 4 years, Now, when I look at the same chart, the chart becomes alive and talking to me, providing me with good information which are useful for me in making decisions on entry level, DCA level, and exit level. Though I can't say that I'm perfect now, but to me, learning is a lifelong process, and I believe I am improving every day, and I would only become better and better over time, just like how I did it with my real estate investment. When it comes to financial investment, it is always wise to learn from someone who has done it and done it well, rather than paying a big tuition fees to the market, be it real estate or stock investing. Remember that growing our wealth is a journey which requires patience and discipline. So always be patient and stick to your financial plan even during market fluctuations. Develop a resilient mindset and attitude. In conclusion, are you ready to take charge of your financial journey? While doubling our wealth is a journey, so it's important that we learn to embrace and enjoy it. Remember that financial markets are unpredictable in the short term, but in the long term, it always thrives. And as there are no shortcuts in growing wealth, so getting ourselves educated should be the first priority before we plunge ourselves into the world of financial market. Believe me, nowadays there are so many scams out there. In fact, recently one of my friends just got into one which was supposed to be a crypto investing scheme. He was promised guaranteed high returns in a matter of days, and recently this whole crypto system has been taken down by the founder, and all the money deposited into these crypto accounts are gone for good, just like that. Poof! He put in RM 200,000 and lost it all in a matter of 1 month time only. And the last I heard, he actually withdrew this RM 200k from his EPF account as he is already near retirement age. This was the same crypto scam where an old lady from Johor lost RM 10 million investing into it, as published on the China press recently. And another one of my friends also invested into some so-called guaranteed high return of about 10% interest monthly last year, and in the end this investment scheme suddenly turned the whole investment into some shit crypto coins and loses all its value. He invested in more than RM 400,000 into this investment scheme, and now his investment has become zero. It's irony how these same friends of mine are telling me it's risky for me to be investing into the stock market, yet they could risk it all into some so-called guaranteed high return investment scheme without a blink in their eyes, only to lose all of their money in short period of time to these scams. To me, investing is only scary if you don't know how and if you are just investing into it blindly. So it is important for us to realize this one thing. Genuine and legitimate investment needs time, and return would always be an approximation only, be it stock, real estate, or etc. If someone could offer you an absolute high percentage of return and over short time horizon like a matter of days or months, this should raise red flag in us, and we should never part our hard-earned money into such investment offers. Instead, invest our time and effort into increasing our own financial literacy, and by doing so, I can guarantee that it would in turn greatly help us in growing our wealth substantially thereafter. If you found value in my sharing, do give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you are not done so. Bye, and I shall see you again in my next video.